guys, today I'm filming the finale for my summer project pan, and I'm pretty happy with what I was able to accomplish. I did not finish everything, but there were several products in this project that I knew would take me my summer and my fall project to finish them, and I was getting a head start. So those three things are still in the project. I'm not surprised. And then a few other items that aren't surprising either. But as I was getting ready for this video, I went to pull out all of the empties for my other updates, and I forgot that I had added in a bunch of rollovers from my spring project pan. So I have a ton of things to review, so we are going to jump right in to show you the things that I used up since my last update. The first would be this mini MakeUpForEver Matte Velvet Skin Foundation in Y205. At the last update, I had squeezed out the last little bit and I cut the top so I could scrape everything out, and I put it into a sample jar, and the sample jar was completely full. Now it is completely empty. I did use this as a foundation mixer because it is too fair for me, and that did work pretty well, but my other foundations weren't that dark, so I didn't need that much of this, but I was able to use it up. This is an okay foundation. I've used a mini of it before. It is okay. It's not the most mattifying. It does give a nice, like, solid medium coverage. It's a good product. I would not repurchase it. Next, I used up both of the setting sprays I added in last month, so that's really exciting. I did use up my MAC Fix Plus. I was just right here, so there was not very much left in this at all, but I really wanted to finish it. I love MAC Fix Plus. This does the best job of taking away any kind of powdery look on your skin, and it smells so good. I absolutely love this. I have 3 little minis of it that I will be happy to use up, and this is something that I'm going to remove the Sharpie marks and it's going to go back to MAC, but this was part of my year-long project pan as well, so I'm super happy to have that finished up. Love that product. I also finished up a mini of the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. This is the best setting spray ever. I truly believe that. I have a full size in the Summer Solstice scent, I have a travel size, and then I have a whole bunch of minis. I can never pass this on when I get it because it is such a good setting spray. So I'm happy I was able to get through another of those. Next would be the biggest achievement by far. I actually used up my Milani bronzer, and I did just use it up today. It's been down to the wire, and I will be honest with you, I've been filming other videos before this one. I was putting this one off as long as I could to give myself time to finish it. So here is my empty pan, which is super exciting. So at my last update, I showed you guys a picture of me pressing the rest of the product into a pixie jar. Because it has this waffle pattern, I figured it'd be pretty hard to repress onto here. So I scraped everything out into a bowl, mixed it, and I repressed it into this jar. I'll put that picture on the screen so you guys can see where I was at, but it is completely used up. And if you guys saw my makeup basket for this month, you'll see that there was just a little bit of product in there, and it was really in the edges, and it was hard for me to get at. It wasn't really enough product for me to repress it, so I used a spoolie and crushed it up, and I just used it loose. So the first time I did that, it looked like a bit of a mess on my face, but then what I did the last couple times is I would pick up some product on my brush, then really like pound it into the lid and work it into my brush, and that made it apply a lot better. It's still looking, wow, this side is not looking fresh. Okay, bad example. Loose bronzer's hard, but that's how I was able to use it up. I'm feeling so proud of myself, so happy, and I do have a backup of this bronzer that I will now be putting in my main collection. It's a great product. It was limited edition. It's a really warm tone bronzer, but I don't think too orangey. I love it. I have not used up a bronzer in such a long time, and this is such an accomplishment. So I'm feeling super proud of that. Next, which is not a surprise, I did use up the two shades from the Just Peachy Mattes palette from Too Faced that I was using to set my primer, Peach Meringue and Peach Butter. I had just a tiny bit of this left at my last update. I had crushed it up, put it in a sample jar to use it loose. that worked well for me. I was able to get through it in just a couple of days. What I mentioned in like the intro of this video is that the reason I kind of repressed these two shades is because I was working on both of them. I hit a significant amount of pan. One I was using to set the primer under my brow bone, one in my crease, and I can't remember which one, but one of these was so crumbly and soft, and the other was very hard pressed. So I decided to just press them together, and it made a good shade and a good consistency for me. So I'm really happy that I was able to get both of those used up. They were two full-size shadows, and it took me quite a while. This was a rollover from my spring project as well. So really happy I got those used up. And then I had the two lip products I decided to add in last month. This is not a surprise that I finished it. This is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the berry scent. I only had a little bit of this left at my last update. I really do love this. I have a backup of it, a backup little mini. I would definitely get another mini of this if I saw it as 100-point perk. I don't want the full size because that's just too much lip balm for me, and I know it would take me so long to get through, and I do like to try out different lip balms, but this is really good. I definitely recommend it. I'm using the Apple Lime right now. The scent is okay for me, but I definitely love Berry the best. I would love it if they came out with just a regular mint scent. I know they have a mint chocolate, but I don't like that kind of scent. Just plain mint for me, but this one's good as well. And the other product I hit my goal on was something I added last month as well. This is the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper. I wanted to use half of where I started from, and I used up a lot more than that. If you guys can see, I was right here at my last update. Now we're all the way down here, which is really exciting and impressive. So I thought about adding this into my fall project pan, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'll just leave it on my vanity, and now after this video, I'll take out the stopper, and I'm just gonna use up that last little bit. I do really enjoy this. It does have like a nice scent. It's not too cinnamony, and it does give a nice like tingling feeling to lips. The first time I tried it, it felt a little intense to me, and I've really gotten used to it. So I do really like it, but it is a little sticky. It's not something I've repurchased, but I think I have another mini of this as well that I will definitely happily use, but super happy with all that progress in just a month. Working from home, it's been really easy for me to constantly reapply my lip balm. So the rest of this should be finished off very soon as well. So then the rest of the products were things that I did not finish. And the first one would be the CoverFx Mattifying Primer. I started all the way up here. I had more than 3/4 of the bottle left, so I was not surprised that I didn't get through this, but I went through so much of this because I applied this with a brush. I applied it with the Anissa Angled Care brush, and I think it soaked up some of the product, but I didn't mind. It felt luxurious to apply my primer that way, and I have a backup of this, and this is the oldest primer in my collection, so I didn't feel I was wasting it. It was just, you know, being used up. So let me show you my progress lines. So I was right here at my last update. Now I'm down to here. I honestly do not understand how I went through this much in a month and then this much in a month. I think that I wore makeup a little bit less over this past month. There were 2 weeks I was on rotation at work, and I only wore makeup 2 days, whereas the last time I was on rotation, I wore makeup every single day, but I was just too tired this time. But, you know, we started up here and we're all the way down here, which is so impressive. There's only this little bit left, and this is gonna roll over into my fall project pan, which was my original intention. And then we have the Urban Decay Highlight in Sin. As you guys can tell, the dip has gotten so much bigger. You can definitely see it from all sides, but like right there, it is so deep. I'm so bummed I didn't hit pan on this. I could have if I tried using it as an inner corner highlight. For me, that's cheating because I never do an inner corner highlight, but I love the formula's highlight. It's a beautiful, beautiful champagne gold color. I actually have a backup of this one because it was discontinued, but absolutely love it. I'm very happy I got some good use out of it, and it's okay that I didn't hit pan. Then I've got 2 eye products that I added in at my first update. I was gonna say 2 months ago. Same thing. I added in at my first update with the intention of getting a head start on them with the ideal goal to finish them in my fall project. So the first one was this mini Allure Mercier Caviar Stick in Intense Copper. And I used all that I could use straight from the stick. And then I dug out everything that was in here and I put it in a sample jar to use up. That is worth it to me because there is so much product down in that packaging, and I love the formula of the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks. I'll have to look through my phone. I can't remember if I took a picture of when I first like dug out all the product. I don't think so, which would make me so angry because there was a lot. And now this is all that we have left. Now, once I did scoop it out and put it in the sample jar, I will tell you it was really hard to apply on my brush. I felt like it wasn't sticking to the brush very well and it was just kind of like moving around in the container, but I was able to get it on my eye and use it as a base. So that's all I have left. I'm so impressed with how much I got through in 2 months because before I put it in this project, maybe I've used it 4 or 5 times. So very, very proud of this. This is going to be rolled over into my fall project pan to finish completely, which should be no issue. And the other item for eyes that I have is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Liner in Striking Copper. This is such a little baby now. I can't believe it. And this is something I was marking on a piece of paper, so I will insert that picture for you. I used up so much over this past month. I don't know how I did it. Like the progress from, okay, I don't know the right way to say this. So basically, if you see my progress lines from first update to second update, it was good, but second update to finale, that progress was very impressive. I'm so proud. So this bottom part here is plastic. So usable product is gonna be about to here, and I don't think it's gonna sharpen down that far. We might get down to like the bottom of the writing, but we'll see. I'm super happy with this progress. I love this liner. It's super creamy, easy to apply, long lasting. I'm so in love with this. I do have a backup, so I feel very confident that I can finish this in my fall project pan. And the last 2 things we had were my lip products, and with the mask thing, like lip product progress was just not happening for me because I wanted to wear different lip products in videos. So my markers actually have rubbed off this, but I can kind of see them. So this is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro lipstick in Petal. It's just a little baby. I really love this formula. It is a full coverage, but it is like a soft blurred finish. It is more on the matte side, but I do find it to be very comfortable. I really like this color as well. It's a little bit of like a warmer rosy pink. It's a little pinker than I would normally go for. You're not gonna be able to, it was like from here to here. You're not really gonna be able to see those progress lines very well. But I love the gloss paired over that lipstick for the color wise. But if these went on sale like half off or showed up at TJ Maxx, I would definitely be interested in getting more colors. I love the formula so much that I actually got another mini and I put it in my backup drawer because I would like to have it. And then my gloss is the Buxom Full Lip Cream in Mudslide. I didn't make any progress over this last month on either of them. I may have used them once or twice. So this, I was right here at the intro and I got down to here. So not terrible, but definitely could have been better. I love this gloss. This is the most gorgeous neutral coral, wearable coral ever. I absolutely love that color, and they pair so nicely over top of each other. So I would have loved to have gotten more use out of these lippies, but that's okay. It was more important to me to wear different lip products in videos, and it, you know, it helped me declutter some things along the way, which I would, if I had to pick, I would pick that over making more progress on these lip products because I wouldn't have finished them anyway. I just wasn't wearing makeup enough. So I definitely did learn from that, and I'm gonna have different lip product goals in my fall project. I thought about removing them completely, but I was like, no, let me still, you know, try and make some progress. So I completely forgot to show you something else that I was working on last month. That would be the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is the 1 fluid ounce size. This is my 4th and final bottle of the year. So I was right here at my last update. Now I'm all the way down here. So I did use up about half the bottle. Very happy with the progress that I made. This is gonna roll over into my fall project pan as well. So now I'm gonna give you some quick reviews on the other things that I finished in my previous updates. The first thing is another of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Waters, the 1 ounce size. This is just an okay product for me, but I like it well enough to use it up, but it's not something I would ever repurchase even if I could get it on sale. But I did use up one of those bottles. I also finished a 0.5 fluid ounce bottle of the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. One of the best glowy primers ever for oily skin. I really, really enjoy this, and I do have another half fluid ounce size, so happy to have that in my collection. I used up the IT Cosmetics Matte CC Cream in Fair. Gives a really solid medium to full coverage. Has more of a satin finish. It is not the most mattifying or long wearing, but it's not bad either. I think the Too Faced Peach Perfect is more matte than this one. I enjoyed it. It lasted me a long time, but I would not repurchase it. I also used up the ColourPop No Filter Foundation in Fair 15. I was using this as a mixer. Hated this foundation. It did absolutely nothing for me. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. It seems like they're pretty fresh line, whereas that foundation's not for me. It's gonna be too glowy. People have really loved that one, where people really disliked this. So no, I don't recommend it. Then I used up this mini KVD Vegan Beauty Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder. I do think that this was a fine powder, but it did have a bit of a glow to it. So I think this would be better for people that have more of a dry, normal skin type. This will give some life to your face when you're wanting to set with powder. So it was a good product, but just not the most perfect powder for me. Then I did use up the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Powder. I absolutely love this. It's a holy grail product of mine. It does help keep me matte, but this does oxidize and it does have a bit of that peachy tone. So I do have to mix it with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in Fair to get my perfect color. Unfortunately, it has been confirmed that the Too Faced Peach Perfect line is being discontinued. I don't even think just from Sephora, I think from the Too Faced website. All of their products, including the Just Peachy Mattes palette, are on sale at Sephora, about 40% off. I'm devastated because these products are so good. I love the primer, foundation, the powder, the setting spray. I love this palette. I'm just so devastated because it was a perfect line for oily skin. Why are you getting rid of this? Because you came out with the Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation that apparently like nobody likes either. So I'm just super disappointed in Too Faced. Like, why? Why can't you keep that stuff? Is it really just taking over your all's life? Like, you just released that pot concealer just a couple months ago, and now you're discontinuing the whole line. It's been confirmed, like, but if they change their mind, if it's actually not confirmed like I thought it was, that would be great, but I'm very disappointed. So I'm actually not gonna buy anything right now when it's on sale because I already have brand new primer, setting spray, foundation, and I have 2 backups of the powder. So I'm stocked, but I'm gonna have to find a replacement at some point for these products, and I'm so disappointed. Like, why Too Faced could you not just keep the line for oily skin? Why not? I'm so disappointed, but this powder is amazing. I definitely recommend you pick it up right now. It's at a great price. I did also use up the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Setting Spray. I do really like this. I do think it's best in another container because you have to just shake the crap out of this or you will get some of that powder on your face, and it's not the easiest to blend out. I do love this though. Once I use up the bottle, I'm not gonna be the most sad. Like, out of all the products, this is my least favorite. I definitely prefer the powders, number 1. I really like the foundation and the primer as well. So I'll find a replacement for this. That will be okay, but you know, still a bummer. I also used up the MakeUpForEver Mist and Fix Setting Spray. This almost does like a MAC Fix Plus. I don't really feel like this is a setting mist. It more just like takes away a powdery look. It's okay. I prefer the MAC. And then I also used up another balm. This is the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in the berry scent. It was okay, but it was a little bit sticky as it wore off, and I definitely prefer the Lip Sleeping Mask over the Lip Glowy Balm. I would not repurchase this one, but you will get your money's worth. It took me forever to get through. So guys, that was my pretty long finale because I had so many things to review, but I do feel really, really proud of all the things I was able to get through during this project, during this quarantine time where I wasn't wearing makeup a lot. But please stay tuned for my fall project pan, which will be coming next. I'm very excited for that one as well. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.